Welcome back to another episode of You Mad I'm Here. This is episode number 5. And I do want to say something. Make sure that y'all like and subscribe to the channel because we're giving game out every time we come on here. And I do want to make sure that we got the people that want to be here that is getting all this good stuff. We trying to give it to y'all, man. But we got a special episode for y'all today because this is for the men that's been through things and they never got the closure that they wanted to get. You know what I mean? Hey, and that's most of us. We can look at we look at life and we take a turn back and just look in the rearview mirror. How many people has got the closure that they actually really wanted? Not many. And that's cool. That's cool. But with that being said, man, I got a special guest for y'all today, man. I got my brother Cody right here with me, man. And when I say Cody's a special guest, this is one of the most of you guys out here, man. The guy that actually does all the right things, man. This is one of those guys, man. He does everything right. And still get done dirty. And I'm not saying he got done dirty, but what I am saying is that he wasn't looking for just something temporary. He was looking for a wife. He thought he found her, and when things had came down to the end game, he had put all his cards into play. Things didn't go the same way. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I'm gonna make sure that I introduce him the right way. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go. This man is a BSN in animal science, president of Block and Bridle, aka short for animal science, and livestock genomics. I think that's how you say it. I'm not gonna even try to emphasize that. I'm gonna let him say that because he can make sure that it sounds much better. But I'm gonna hand it off to him right now. And hey, man, y'all make sure y'all show my boy some love.
All right, so I just want to say I appreciate my brothers, Jawan, Juddy, Ty behind the camera, for letting me be on the podcast today. And I tell y'all what, these are my brothers. That's all I can say. We're not blood, we're not genetic, but we're brothers. I've known them for a long time, and I appreciate the opportunity coming on the podcast today. But like Juwan said, I'm getting my MS, my master's degree in livestock genomics, and we like to add a little word on the end called bioinformatics, a little fancy word. But I appreciate the opportunity being the first interview on this podcast. I feel like that's a privilege. That's an honor to me, above all else.
We appreciate you.
Hey,
we appreciate you,
yes, sir. But get into it.
So, did you want to expand on exactly what you do? Because I know it's a lot of females that do like veterinarian school with biology or anything like that.
Yeah.
I know you really him when it comes to that. So
Yeah. So, what my field of work is gonna be is looking at DNA, RNA, all that stuff, everything that makes up biological processes in the body and all that. Right now, what I do is I research cows. I get to play with cows and DNA all day. That's what I tell everybody whenever I tell them what I do. It's a great life. I love what I do. It is a career that can lead to a lot of different opportunities. You can go anywhere with this type of degree. And it is a job that you can make a lot of money in, because I know people in there that make 6, 7, 8 figures, all the way up to 9 figures. I know people that's millionaires in this job right now, just because of how they climbed up the ladder and all that. So it's a good career that you can be in, if you know what you're doing.
Okay. I do got a question for you, man. If you don't mind if I ask, I do got a question. When it comes down to, working with animals, is that a job that a lot of women work, or is that mostly men that work that job?
So used to traditionally, you would see a lot of men in it. You know, you would see a lot of men, veterinarians, animal scientists like myself, all that. But now, you see about 90% women in it. It's grown up through the years. You got a lot of women wanting to be veterinarians. Then they decide, they don't just have to be a veterinarian to work with animals. So they decided to be an animal scientist or go into some kind of animal industry. So now we got a lot of women in there. And I mean, I love to see that diversity in the workplace. I love to see women rising to the top. I mean, I've seen a lot of, like, I've been in this profession for 5 years now. I've seen hell of a woman. Like, when you look at a woman that's in this profession, you say, hey, that ain't no girl. That's a woman right there. She knows what she's doing, and I mean, she knows how to take care of herself, and that's what I appreciate about this job. Is that you get to contact a lot of real women, not just girls. You contact grown women.
Well, obviously, what we talk about over here. When we get to talk about grown women, um, it's very personal. You know what I mean? And which is gonna lead into today's topics, man. Like I said, man, a lot of men today, they try to be the best that they can be so they can raise a family and all that. And then out of nowhere, the rug gets pulled underneath their feet, and they lost because they wasn't prepared to be just let go. I'm not saying that men should not be ready to be let go or be dumped or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? When you've dedicated your life to your career and to being the best boyfriend that you can be, and somebody put a rug on you, that's like a blind side that you just not ready for. You know what I mean? I'm speaking out of experience, and I know that I'm speaking for most men's experiences. But that's why we got Cody here today, because we're gonna let him speak his own experience, because he's had to go through this and he's still doing his thing, and I'm so proud of him. But just for the outside looking in, I'd rather you hear from somebody who has had to go through this, hear the experience, and you know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, we all still men. And for the ladies too, man, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times, man, you might have had somebody that you liked and you had got in love with a bad boy, which that's what I am. Not just fun. But anyways, you know what I mean? If you ever go through something like that, man, hey, it's a hard thing to go through. That traumatization, man, it'll change you as a person. But with that being said, man, I want Cody to let y'all know his story, because he got a good story, man, and I want y'all to hear his story. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna hand it back over to him.
So for everybody on the podcast, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Think back 2020, pandemic, COVID-19 first starts. We in college, we all get sent home from school. It's spring break. You find out that you ain't going back to school and all that. We're down here in Auburn. So I mean, we're just trying to make the best of it. Me and my friends, we're doing whatever we want to do because we got a lot of free time on our hands, a lot of freedom. And then this is when me and her made contact. Now I ain't gonna name her name or anything, just keep her safe and all that. But she hit me up in my DMs and all that. She made the first move. I'm not the one to make the first move typically, so she made the first move. And
So she reached out to you first?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. So we started talking. we started going on a few dates and all that, and we started hitting things off. She was really interested in me. I was really interested in her. So and then uh, things started going, and then I told her, I was like, "You my girl." I didn't even ask her if she would be my girlfriend. I said, you my girlfriend. And then things kept going. We were dating for a while. Started getting serious. Started talking about marriage and all that. Then eventually, about a year into the relationship, we started living together. And then everything was great. We had our hiccups along the way, but we worked everything out. Well, flash forward about 2 years into living with her. This is last February. She decides to get a different job 3 hours away, North Alabama. So she moves back home, moves back close to her parents and all that. But before she did that,
I got a question. I know you going, but I do want to ask a question because I know it's this is a common story for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So y'all had been together for almost 2 years, and then she had found a job that was 3 hours away.
Yeah.
During that time frame, did you feel anything had changed as far as her energy towards you?
I did feel a little change. I could tell she wasn't that, I guess you could say, aroused by me. So she wasn't like as touchy-feely with me and shit like that. She wasn't wanting to be as intimate and all that with me. And so, I could tell something was up. And then, so, her parents on the trailer and all that, and she's like, well, you got to find a new place. And she said, because Dad's going to sell the trailer and all that. And I'm like, well, all right, that's fair. Well, they made me move out before I even had a new place to live. And so I thank God every day for my brother Eric Hallmark. Because he gave me a place to live. He gave me a roof over my head for about 3 months until I could find a place to live. And then, but about June of last year, so this all started back in February. I got kicked out of the trailer in May, moved out of the trailer in May. And then me and Eric had to move in right after that. So about beginning of June, she broke up with me. Ended the whole thing over a 3.5 minute phone call. Or no, a 5-minute phone call. And that kind of broke me inside.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I gotta ask a question, bro. And what I mean, if you don't want to answer it, that's on you. But I just gotta ask: did you ever cheat on her or anything like that?
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
Like you was never did any type of infidelity or nothing like that.
Now I will say, whenever she broke up with me, I kind of got in that mindset, like I didn't know what to do. So I just started going off of instinct. I had a rebound and all that. So, take that as you will, but we wasn't together at the time. And that is something I do regret because, I don't know, it just didn't feel right, But at that time, I was just lost. She just broke up with me. I didn't know what to do. So then, few months later, like 2 months later, we started talking again. We started trying to work things out. We got back together. Well, things kept going, and then November came. Me and her had seen each other a couple times. Because at this time she did live 3 hours away, but November she had an emergency surgery, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't go see her, and that's my fault. I should have, That would have been the right thing to do, but I didn't. But I'm only human. I
Is that
make
the right
mistakes.
thing to do if she didn't want to be with you and you still had an attachment? Is that just like morally what you felt was right?
I mean, I felt like it was the right thing to do, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll say that's my fault, but I apologize for that, and then we moved on from it. But then, starting.
Hold on.
this
When you
year-
said like that, I do got a question. Did she
Yeah.
hold it against you that you didn't show?
She held it against me for a while, and then we had to talk about it. And
So
I think we straightened it out.
Hold on. So y'all had broke up, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, she wanted nothing to do with you for at least a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But and then when you didn't show up when she was going through surgery, she held it against
Well,
you.
no, like we got back together before that. We got back together in like August.
Okay. Yeah. I'm wrong.
This was
yeah.
November.
Yeah. All right. I'm just. Trying to
I mean, I didn't leave that detail.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. No, you good, brother.
But I mean, we worked things out. We talked that out and all that. Then we didn't see each other for like 4 months. And then flash forward, it's beginning mid-January, stuff like that. She stops FaceTiming me, stops calling me, and all that. And I mean, I did the same, because I ain't gonna force that. I felt like that I was trying to give her some space, if she needed it. So then all of a sudden, she's not responding to my good night, I love yous no more. Like a couple of weeks ago, she stopped saying she loved me and all that. And I knew something was about to go down.
You can feel it.
Yeah, I felt the end coming. So actually yesterday, I said I'm gonna do something about it. So I was gonna go up there, surprise her, and say either we're gonna work it out or we're gonna just have to end things. But I'm gonna do it in a healthy, responsible way. Do it in person, and do it to where we both have our peace.
I'm gonna ask you one question before you continue.
Yeah.
Do you think that was healthy to go and surprise her if things was already going a little sideways?
I mean, looking back on it, I could have told her, but I don't think that would have changed anything. Like I felt like she might have pretty much told me to stay away.
Yeah. So she low key ghosted you.
Kind of.
On the low.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So, I drive up there 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that. And then she tells me she's got to go to work. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to wait out for a little while, go get something to eat. And I roll up to this McDonald's. I'm eating in the parking lot and all that. And I'm sitting there for like an hour or so, just chilling out. And then her dad rolls up. And then
Pull up on you?
yeah, just rolled up right beside my truck.
And he knew you was there?
Yeah. Alright, so her dad, he rolls up on me and I'm like, hey man, like, what's up? Hey man, what are you doing up here? I said, well, I was gonna come and see your daughter, talk to her and all that. Brought some stuff for her that I had bought for her a few months ago for like Christmas and all that. Yeah, because I mean, I ain't seen her since October. So, I was like, yeah, bro, she left for South Carolina or North Carolina, one of the two, today. I was like, well, I had her Snapchat or her regular location on her phone, and I was like, well.
So you caught him in a lie.
Yeah, I caught him in a lie, but before that, she had turned her location off. And so that's when I knew the end was coming. Like, I wasn't going to be able to win this one. So I just played along with it, I said, shit. I hate that. I hate that I missed her and all that. She didn't tell me that she was leaving today and all that. And then I know he didn't just happen to pull up on me, because he told me, yeah, he ain't gonna pull up on me at some random McDonald's parking lot because I had my location on turned on this whole time.
Yeah.
So I knew, he came up there to pretty much send me back home, and that's what it did, by telling me that she was gone. So at that point, I knew, I know when somebody's bullshitting. God gave me the gift of discernment.
Yeah.
To tell when somebody's screwing with me or not.
Yeah.
And I just say, it's over. And at that point, my heart shattered. And I was on my way back home, 3-hour drive, and it was the most miserable drive I've ever had.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Just on a personal note, and you know what I mean. This is only because I want to make sure that we spread the message to most men, because most men go through heartbreaks.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. Most of the time, when you go through a heartbreak, it's hard to come back. You know what I mean. Like, it's easier the younger you are, but the older you get, it's almost like you in it by yourself and nobody's gonna come. Yeah. But anyways, bro, like I'm saying, man, when it come down to these breakups and relationships, man, it's hard to just narrow it down to like what it was or what it wasn't, because at the end of the day, man, I know that, you know what I'm saying, when you really love somebody, bro, like it's hard to be like, I can't love you no more. You know what I mean? Like, if they leave you, bro, it's like, damn, you put the rug underneath my foot or underneath my feet. I wish that I would have well aware, like, you didn't like me no more, because then I could maybe live with that. You know what I'm saying? But when all of a sudden you just pull the rug underneath me, and I just gotta wake up one day and I gotta not be next to somebody who I'm used to waking up to every day, that shit hurt, bro. It's a different type of hurt. But you know what I'm saying? There is some good that come out of that, especially as far as being a man, bro. Because at the end of the day, man, and I hate to say it like this, but she, you know what I'm saying? Like, your female, bro, she'll find another dude immediately. And I hate to say it like that because I know that shit hurt, bro. And that's something that I had to live with. Like, yeah, I know when me and my exes, bro, we broke up, especially when she left me, I had to live with that. Like, she gonna be able to find another dude like this. Is that dude gonna be in your quality though? That's the way you win. You know what I mean? That's where she gonna lose in the end, bro. Because yeah, like I said, she'll find another dude, but will that dude be on your level? And 9 times out of 10, he won't be. He won't be. You know what I mean? So when it's all said and done, bro, like I said, bro, she might find another dude, but you just staying in the grind mode and, you know what I'm saying, eating it. Because us as men, we learn how to reflect. We can look where did I go wrong at? Where did I mess up at? Females don't even got that gene in them. They don't even know how to see where they messed up at. They look at it like, yeah, I just was done. I was just done. You know what I mean? And when they live like that, bro, it's like, okay, yeah, you won. I'm not gonna give you my manhood because I'm a man before I'm anything. I can't give you that. I can give you everything else. Yeah, I miss you. I miss the hell out of you. I don't want you to go nowhere, but I miss you. I don't want you to go nowhere. I want to still be your man. And that's going to be everything that's going to push her away. And she going to want that. But when you hold on to your manhood, that's going to be the one thing that she ain't going to never be able to replace. So she might go out there and find another dude that she dealing with, and you know what I mean, they might have a good time, but at the end of the day, bro, it's like, hey, she gonna be right back because that dude he gonna see all the flaws that you saw, he gonna see them too. And now all of a sudden, he gonna be looking at her like, yeah, I understand now why y'all didn't work out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tear nobody down because I'm just telling you I have personal experience. I don't want to talk on your behalf. I'm just talking on my own behalf. Yeah, that dude ain't gonna be looking at her the same way you looked at her. You looked at her like she was God's gift. He looking at her like, yeah, you just another piece of meat. There's a difference. You know what I mean? So I don't want to, like, tear your girl down or tear your ex down, bro, because I know I ain't gonna tell you that you're not gonna go back or that, You know what I'm saying? If I was you, I'm gonna only speak from personal experience. If I was you, I would not say that I would not go back. What I would say is like, yeah, I want you to grow. If we gonna make this work, I would want you to grow. You gotta grow. If you ain't grown, then whoa, what are we doing? We wasting time. You know what I mean? If you ain't grow from the experience of us breaking up and all that, and you know what I mean? It's a hard thing to do because that's one of the lessons I had to learn in life, bro. Is yeah, I used to say like, yeah, if you ever touch another dude, I'm done. I'm done. But then it kills the growth in her. She'll never be able to grow. And you know, most people don't grow in life, bro. When they turn 18 and they just stay 18 for their whole life. You know what I mean? So when they come to her, bro, be like, listen, I'm gonna be your man. I'm gonna continue to grow. But I gotta see you wanting to grow. You know what I'm saying? But everything I was saying, bro, the biggest thing I wanna at least give off to you, man, is that, you know what I'm saying? You're a king, and at the end of the day, man, yeah, she'll be able to get another man. Now, I'm sorry to say it out loud, but that's just what it is. But you will be able to get another woman. The biggest thing is is it gonna be possible for her to get another you? You know what I mean? You've already done all these accolades in life, bro, and you always gonna be a big dog, bro. At the end of the day, most of these women, bro, they won't be able to get another man that's a high, ambitious, goal-setting man like you, bro. You know what I mean? That's why we do what we do, bro, because I want to make sure that we teach men to be the best version at the end of the day. Nobody's coming to save us. We're going to save ourselves, but if you hang out with like-minded men that want the same thing, bro, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. I know it hurt right now, and there's nothing I can do about that, but in the longevity, bro, you're going to be okay, bro.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I'm saying? Just keep doing your thing, and you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that you get at least be able to say something back to the people, bro, because at the end of the day, man, it took a lot of balls to come on here and tell your story, bro. It took a lot of balls, but if you can give them a little piece of advice, is at least how you keep making it, keep striving, and not losing, bro. You can give them anything, bro. Give them something, bro.
Yeah, so the biggest piece of advice that I got is no matter what situation you're going through, no matter who it's with, no matter what it is, you know, look to God, look to Jesus Christ. Because like Juwan said I think it was last podcast, he said, you know, look to the Most High. And, you know, that's what's getting me through this. He's getting me through this, reminding me who I am, who's in my corner, because like it says, you know, in the Bible it says, if God is with me, nobody can be against me. You know, and so if you're ever going through something like this, I encourage you, get right with Him, let Him lead the way with you, but also remember your brethren, your brothers that have been with you through this entire endeavor, and walk with them. You know, walk the path, walk the road with them, and you'll still love her. I mean, I know I still love her, even though we went through some serious consequences. But you know, it does get better. There's always a light at the end of the road, and doesn't matter, you know, whatever happens, is if God is with you, nothing's gonna be against you. You know, He's gonna make sure that you're in the right spot. You know,
I can appreciate that, bro.
Yes,
you
sir.
said a lot of wisdom just then, bro.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I mean? With that being said, bro, y'all know how we get down over here, man. Y'all know the name of the podcast, man. I'm looking at you and you looking at me. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down for y'all. What we say?
I can't believe you would do this to me.
Y'all take care, man. God bless.
Now I'm not
Take care.
complete.
Wake up, filthy.
I took the told me that I'm her favorite. If you said that shit, then bitch, you racist. I'ma roll my blunts and then I face them. Yeah, slicing up these niggas, I'm like Jason. Put my weed up in the jar, no Mason. She told me she really like my fragrance. Yeah, but I saw some hoes at Skybar.